Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Dustin, and I'm back with another video. How are you doing, Nick?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm pretty good. My nose is a little bit cold, so if it's a little bit red, it is, and I don't know why.
We've had very strange weather here in Texas.
It's really crazy.
We're going to be under another tornado watch in the morning. I think it starts at well, not the morning. It starts at noon and then goes until Friday.
I'm not excited about that, but that is not the topic of this video. So there's some things that I want to catch you guys up on. I'm going to be covering the Posh Mama drama. There's new developments in that because a lot of you guys were really into it in my last video, so I wanted to update you guys on that. I also want to talk about TikTok and it being banned, and then something crazy that I absolutely just had my mind blown when it came across my For You page. So let's jump into TikTok being banned. Now, we've seen the rise of the mega influencer, it seems like, on TikTok. Like, there's so many people making so much money, generating so much revenue.
Well, not making so much money from getting paid from TikTok.
Yeah.
They're making so much money because of the sponsorships they're getting. That TikTok creator program is
it's
complete
crap.
and utter shit.
It's crap.
Like, they're doing people dirty over on TikTok. Those creators do deserve more.
No, I completely agree. But if you don't know what's going on, basically it's going through our government now, and there is a chance that TikTok could be banned. Not just for like government employees, because that's in effect now. I don't think that anybody that is a government employee with a government phone that is assigned to them can have TikTok, but it could go even further. You guys check out this TikTok.
So there's two different things here. President Biden, what he did only applies to banning TikTok for federal employees on their federally provided phones. My guess is that doesn't apply to you. But what Congress is trying to do does apply to you. What Congress is trying to do is they're trying to ban TikTok from the United States entirely. So the best way to make sure that TikTok doesn't get banned from the United States, and you still have access to TikTok, is for you to pick up the phone and call your representative in Congress. They need to hear from you, and they need to hear from you now, because this thing is moving quickly.
A lot of people are worried about this.
Oh, and
like, I've seen a lot of creators, and some of them are being smart with this, because there are, of course, are the people out there that think that this could just never happen in a million years.
It could.
It could. So some people are being smart, and they're turning around and saying, I don't know if this is going to happen, but here, go follow me over on YouTube. And they're starting to build a channel over here on this platform. I don't see enough people doing that, though. And so I think that if this does get banned, there's going to be a rude awakening for a lot of people, and they're going to go into shock.
Which is actually crazy, because I've noticed that people that are on TikTok that do live streams, in the TOS of them doing a live stream, they're not supposed to shout out any other social media platform. That can get you banned on TikTok.
I remember it used to be that way on Instagram as well. You couldn't have another link to a different platform.
That's so shady. This could have really detrimental effects to people in the way they get their news, because as of lately, you've been getting more news on TikTok than you would when you turn on TV.
Because people are not believing the traditional media anymore.
And they shouldn't.
Which is why I could honestly see TikTok being banned, because the government, a lot of people, 9 out of 10 people are probably getting their news from TikTok. Government does not fucking like that, because there are some things out there that they don't want out there that go mega viral over on TikTok.
I don't know if you remember this or not, but several years ago, there was a bunch of conspiracy theory videos on YouTube, and YouTube came in and they just got rid of all of that.
Yeah.
So it'll be really interesting to see where that kind of content goes, because a lot of people get conspiracy-esque and different alternative types of media on TikTok.
What would happen to Alex Serves Tea?
Who is that?
Can I just ask a serious question?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Oh, my God.
Yes.
Who is Alexis Michelle?
Since you're talking about conspiracies and people making channels like that over on TikTok, what do you think will happen to Alex Serves Tea? You think she'll come over here?
I don't think she'll come over here. She'll probably try the Instagram route, but she's definitely not going to come over here and get a following like that, because people are not into what she does on TikTok over here. If you don't know who this girl is, she's predicted the end of the world 3 times now, and somebody compared it to the Buffy scripts, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and she was actually talking about the graduation.
You know how I looked at you like you were crazy the other night for not seeing Practical Magic and Pretty Woman?
Yeah.
I can honestly say that I have never really seen Buffy.
That is my all-time favorite television show.
Maybe a fight scene?
I never missed an episode.
Oh, no,
I always
not me.
watched it. I never was late. Never not one episode.
Was that on cable?
Time. Yes.
Oh, I didn't have cable.
Well, I don't know. It was on...
We didn't have cable. We had the bunny ears.
It was on the WB, and then it switched to the CW.
No, we had that. That was a free station.
So I guess I'll have to watch Pretty Woman, and you're going to have to watch
Pretty
Buffy.
Woman is fucking iconic.
No,
it is.
I know the scenes and stuff, but I've never watched the actual movie.
So crazy.
Well, hell, up until a few years ago, I had never seen the Heathers.
No, I was the same. It was I was the same. But you know a movie I really fucking love that, like, screw the Heathers, Jawbreaker.
Oh, yeah, Jawbreaker.
Jawbreaker is like a must in cinema.
But anyway, we digress. You guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. What do you think is going to happen to these social media influencers that have amassed like millions of followers over there just to have it all like possibly taken away?
Well, here's my question, because TikTok is like short form content. Do you think that a lot of these short form content creators could sustain doing like a long form video? Because you have to make it to like at least 8 minutes to get like any kind of good position in the algorithm.
Yeah. I think people like Michaela would really suffer because like with the short form content, when you can just pull out your phone and record it, it's easier to do that than it is to sit down and film like a makeup tutorial or like spill your business.
I feel like everyone is going to start to like migrate over to Snapchat. I've noticed a lot of people are over on Snapchat. Shane Dawson's doing it. Tati just announced that she's back on Snapchat. Something's going on over there, because I saw a clip of Tana Mongeau talking about Bryce Hall and how she wants to get him on Snapchat. And he would make like over $50,000 a day, basically.
That's insane.
They're paying people over there on the Snapchat, so I think that's where people will migrate to.
They might, but it's not going to be the same. They're not going to be.
I don't know.
I don't think anybody's going to be able to replicate TikTok, because TikTok is essentially like modern day Vine, right? But people weren't using Vine the same way people are using TikTok now. People were making funny videos on Vine. People now on TikTok are making like really critical videos of our government and the things going on in the world. But you guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on that down below. Okay, so this came across my For You page, and I don't think I've shown it to you, but like I'm really into the world of tech. Like I'm not into transhumanism, but if there's some like breaking developments in the tech world, I'm usually like right on top of it. I'm that type of person. But this TikTok came across my feed and it just boggled my mind, right? So we've heard about like BMW making you pay $15 to have your car, like have your seat heaters work, even though they're already in the car. It's just you're paying a service fee.
That's not going to work out for people.
Ford Motors has now came out with this patent, or they filed for a patent that would essentially allow them to repossess your car if you don't make your payment, and it would repossess itself. You guys listen to this.
Imagine you had a self-driving car and you missed your car's payment and it repossessed itself. Like it turned itself on, backed itself out of your car's driveway and drove all the way to the repossession agency. Well, that just might become the reality with Ford's recent patent they applied for, where if your car had self-driving capabilities and you missed your payment, it will repossess itself. Even though that sounds crazy, that's just a part of this patent that they filed. Because the amount of things your car will do prior to doing that is absolutely insane, the most dystopian feeling thing I've ever heard in my life. So let me run down everything your car will do to make you pay for your bills. First, the lending institution will set out a alert to your car's infotainment system or your smartphone app saying that you have to pay for your bills. And if you don't do that, if you don't pay for your bills at that point, it will then go to the next step. That next step will be disabling certain features in your car, like your GPS, radio, or smartphone integration functions, which they say will cause drivers and occupants inside the vehicle to have a certain level of discomfort, so they pay their bills. Now, say you still didn't pay your bills at that point, it's going to go to the next level, where your car will then disable the air conditioning and automatic door locking and unlocking functionality. And it will do this all randomly from day to day. You don't know when it's gonna happen. And then if you still didn't pay for your bills, it's gonna go to the next one, where your vehicle will add an audio component that you cannot disable unless you pay for your bills, which may be a beep or chime. And if you're still crazy enough to still not pay for your bills, this is their final warning until it gets really bad. And that might be locking you out of your own car on the weekends. Or it even may geofence your car into a certain area, and if you drive outside that area, your car will shut off. And if you still didn't pay for your bills, your car will rat on you. And this is for self-driving or non-self-driving cars. It will take the cameras that are around your vehicle and take pictures of the area that you're in to then send that to the repossession agency so they know exactly where your vehicle is. And if your car has some self-driving capabilities, it will drive to an area where they can repossess your vehicle. Or as I said before, if it had full self-driving capabilities, it will drive itself back to the repossession agency. And at that point, if you try to block your car in or not let somebody repossess your vehicle, it will call the police on you. Now, Ford has said that this is not a definite thing that's going to happen, but they did file a patent for it. So it might still be a thing that happens in the future.
Is that not fucking crazy?
That's fucking like insane. Like I never plan on missing like my lease payment.
No,
but holy shit. I have a question though. Like what if your car is in your garage?
That's a really good
what if you just
question.
close it in there and never open the garage door because you're like, I'm not making my payment, but you're also not getting this fucking car from me?
Well, I had the idea because we were talking about this. You know how you can like program your garage door opener to open your doors? Like,
it would do it.
Maybe it would do that, but then that would probably be considered stealing, so I don't know, because it would be behind a wall.
Yeah, they would be like technically like breaking into your house.
This is honestly, it's kind of scary to me. It sounds kind of dystopian because I hate to be like that person, but like if they could do that, if you don't miss a payment, what else could they do? You know what I mean?
They do say that the chips in the car, they can just shut off. Like if someone steals your car and all that. So that's scary in itself, because what if you're like just going down the road and all of a sudden your car shuts off and it's like slams on the brakes?
Listen, I'm no stranger to companies being hecklers. When I worked at the internet company and you didn't pay your bill, with the internet it would like take you to the website to pay your bill, but if you didn't pay your bill and it was on the TV, they'd put a red line across the TV. So until you would pay your bill, it would say that your bill was due and it would flash and it would make like all kinds of noises and stuff. And then we'd get people calling in being mad at us because they didn't pay their bill. But like, I think this technology is cool, but I also think that it's very scary, and I don't know that we should be giving that much power to these people that you're actually buying the cars from. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, but also it like goes hand in hand for me with self-driving cars, because you're like putting all your faith into a literal machine going down the road.
You guys, if you would see him when we drive our friend Jen's car,
we're gonna have to vlog it sometime.
Like, he freaks out, but I'm watching the road the whole time.
I don't give a fuck.
It even flashes on the steering wheel when you have to like have your hands there. He gets scared.
I don't like it. I don't want it around me. Don't bring your Tesla around me. Don't stay in the other lane, like 6 lanes over. I don't like that. Too many horror stories, I just don't. But
you guys, let me know what you think about that down below. It sounds a little bit dystopian and a little scary for me. I just wanted to know what you guys would think about that, because that's new and it's coming. But now let's talk about the Posh Mama drama. If you watched my last video, you know everything up until this point. Jolly Good Ginger helped this girl Genevieve, whose dad was actually ran over and murdered by this Posh Mama person, and he called her out, and it's just escalated from there. Now Genevieve has actually called Posh Mama out because Posh Mama basically addressed her in a not so subtle way, and it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. You guys check this out.
I will never relive my traumas for the entertainment of strangers. Anybody who is out here doing that, willingly reliving their traumas to entertain strangers, to fuel drama, for views, for popularity, anyone who is out here forcing someone else to relive their trauma for views, popularity, just to cause, discord. Like, you really should look at what type of a person that is.
Yeah, Esther, because I am out here reliving my trauma, the trauma that you caused, mind you, for the entertainment of others and to get popular on the internet. And what's this trauma again? Shall we revisit that? My father was unalived. He was ran over on purpose by a van. And who did that? It was you, Esther. You're the one who did that. Here's your cute little mugshot. You think I should look into what kind of person I am? What kind of person are you? You're the kind of person who gets away with manipulating and abusing men, and you don't get any of the repercussions. You're the type of person who quite literally unalives someone only to serve a very minimal sentence. You're the type of person to lose custody of 2 of her children. Do you even know your son's name, by the way? You know they changed it, right? But you wouldn't get that information because no one wants anything to do with you. I know more than you think, Esther. I know about the blackmail. I know about the SA. I know so much. You think you can get away with this. You think you won't have to pay the money you owe. And what's that money? Oh, the $5 million in the wrongful death lawsuit that we won against you for unaliving my father? You know, this one right here, this judgment that states you are to do that. You are not remorseful. You are a pathological liar. And I owe you absolutely nothing. Don't you ever tell me that I should look into the type of person that I am when you have the audacity to pretend you are anything but scum of the earth. Eventually, everyone will see through you. You can claim my dad was abusive all you want, but it's bullshit. Where's your documentation? Where's your fucking proof? My father never laid a hand on me. He never raised his voice. My mom, past partners, never laid a hand on them. My dad never defended himself. He hated conflict, and I always remembered that. And what you're doing, by the way, Esther, that's called defamation of character. And I have every right to come after you for that. There is so much to this story, and I will never go quiet. I'm getting the justice that my father deserved to begin with.
I feel like before we break this down, we really need to revisit her mugshot that girl included in that video. Ooh. Is that not Roseanne from She-Devil? Have you seen the movie She-Devil? I fucking loved Roseanne in that movie. That's an iconic movie.
Well, even before that, immediately, like, when I found out that this woman's name was Esther, I thought of Orphan. That movie is...
Oh, yeah. The second one was kind of good, though.
The second one was really good, but immediately I thought Esther, Orphan. So there's that. But this lady is literally... She did what Genevieve said. She got off with a very light sentence where other people may have been put in prison
2.5 years for running someone over with a car and unaliving them. Now, I don't know all the details about this case, but that seems like a very short amount of time for doing such a thing.
It really does. But you know what? Good for her for standing her ground and standing up to this person that took so much from her. That takes a lot.
This is someone that needs to create a YouTube page, because when TikTok goes down tomorrow, she needs to, like, I'm going to need to know what's going on with Posh Mama and the arrest and, like, all the court cases and like that. They won a $5 million judgment against her. Is that why she's online, like, peddling the health stuff? Is she selling something?
Yeah, no, she has, like, kits of these different, like, oil pulling things for your teeth. So she's making a ton of money. That's what we discussed in the first video, where people were alleging that she was having checks made out to other people's names. Which, if you're wanting to get around something like that, that's a good idea, but that's not ethical. But honestly, how dare she get on the internet and put this girl through this trauma all over again? Like, the very least she could be doing is making some kind of payment to her family for what she's taken from them.
Is she not making any payment?
No, apparently not. She said she owes $5 million.
She's not making any money on that coconut oil then.
No, she is, because apparently she's been cashing checks or whatever.
When people say they're out there cashing checks... Oh, no, they're not. Jolly
Good Ginger did get in her ass again, but his videos got removed, so I can't put those in here. So
why did they get removed?
Yeah, apparently harassment and bullying. TikTok is like one of the worst platforms for that. Speaking of that,
yeah, you can get banned for literally, like, the amount of people that I see on my For You page that'll just post a video after getting banned for going live. It's crazy. And the things that they get banned for, like harassment and bullying, they're sitting there like peeling a tomato.
Well, if I know anything, I don't think that Jolly Good Ginger is going to stop. He did say that he was going to expose her further.
He needs to start a YouTube channel, Jolly Good Ginger.
I would watch that. I would totally watch that. But apparently, no, I did see that Posh Mama does have a YouTube channel over here. I'm not going to link it or anything like that, but I did notice when I put her name in to see if anybody had been talking about it, there was a channel that came up. So she is doing like home cures and stuff over here.
Well, all jokes and sarcasm aside, I really hope that Genevieve and her family become square with this whole entire situation and start getting some form of a payment from her.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's not going to make her a whole, because obviously her dad got ran over by a car. Like, just 2.5 years. I'm still a little bit shocked by that.
That's really honestly crazy in my mind, that you could run somebody over with a car and they die, and you get 2.5 years. And then you get a judgment filed against you, and you don't even have to pay that. That's insulting. But you guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on that down below. I know it's a mess. I think I might do a deep dive on it, because I think that there's enough there, and I find this whole situation to be very interesting. If you'd like that, let me know down below. And if you made it this far in this video, leave me a trash can emoji, because I believe this whole situation that Genevieve is having to go through is trash being played out on a public platform, because she shouldn't have to go through all this bullshit to get some form of justice. But aside from all of that, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, good, bad, or indifferent, and I will see you all in my next video.
Bye.
Bye, guys.